Okay, hello people, it's me, Feng Qidi with Xinhua News Agency again, and welcome to our live show about all the interesting and important things happening in China right at this moment. And today we are still in Lhasa, capital of southwest China's Tibet Autonomous Region. And right now we are at a horse racing field, as you can see behind me. And it's probably, as you can guess, this is actually a equestrian performance, rather not a horse racing competition. It is also a very important event during the annual Shoton Festival, perhaps one of the most important festivals for Tibetan people. And if you choose to visit Tibet around this time, this is a must-do. You do want to miss this. So right now, let me put the camera a little bit closer so that you can enjoy the performance by this lovely lady who are actually standing on their horses. And as we mentioned before, Shoton Festival, a tradition festival that has lasted for hundreds of years, is perhaps one of the most important carnival annual events for Tibetan people. And during this week-long festival, all kinds of okay, now they are showing their great. The colorful silk what this lovely lady just shown is known to locals as hada. It is a welcome gift and can be seen in most cases of all the good things. So today's event is not actually a horse racing competition, but rather a equestrian, or rather a horsemanship skills performance. That is, they are not racing for to be the fastest one, but rather to be the most skillful one. And as you can see, these are the folks. Yeah, lots of people. And so this event is actually originally for local people to enjoy their Shoton Festival. So all the performance are rather tailored for their taste. And as you can guess, traditionally they are horsemen, and perhaps for them speed is not the most important thing, but rather your horseman skills. So that is probably why we are seeing this performance, or we can also see it's a little bit competition in its form right now. So during the Shoton Festival, as we have shown in previous shows, there's the Buddha exhibition that is also shining off the giant Tanka painting depicting Buddha in Zhebang Monastery. And also there are this Tibetan opera performance, which has lasted for more than 600 years. So right now, what we are seeing, yeah, as you can guess, this is transformed from their skills during wars. That is, you riding a horse and wielding your knife. This is definitely warrior skills. And as we mentioned before, this is slightly a competition because each of them will be scored according to how much branches they hit on their way. And as you can see, after each rider, all these targets must be replaced. And as you can probably guess, it's really not easy to hit these targets when your horse is moving rapidly. And also, I have to warn you that these, although they are performances, but these riders are all professional athletes actually. So and they have been trained for this. So do not try this at home. Okay, now here comes the double sword. Great. Okay, now we can hear the crowd cheering because, as we can see, he hit every target. So isn't it just amazing to watch this performance with all these local people against the background of this beautiful landscape of the Tibet-Qinghai Plateau. As you can see, behind these horses there are mountains and clouds and the beautiful sun and this view. And I have to told you that during this time it rains almost every day in Lhasa. Actually, it rained this morning, so I guess we are really lucky that the sun finally came out just before this performance began. Okay, it seemed that this one missed most of the targets, so the audience are, well, kindly laughing. Here comes another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now I can hear the cheering. He also hit every target. Okay, the targets are removed, so probably that's the end of this event. Let's see what's next. Okay, there's a guy telling us that we are reaching too far into the field. So for our safety, maybe we should okay, anyway, we are back. And now as you can see, these are the riders who just end their performance and now they're racing to the starting point. Okay, actually not racing, just returning. And as we mentioned before, Shoton Festival is an annual event in Lhasa and also around areas in Tibet. During this week-long festival, Tibetan people will held a new performance. Wow! The ladies. I don't know if you can tell this on the screen, but the horse are running really fast, and the ladies standing on the horse wave the flowers in their hands. Okay, and another round of warning. Okay, because as the male riders who just returned to the starting point, I guess this lady will do the same thing. Oh, okay. Now they're doing upside down on the horseback. Okay, another round of warning. Okay, I think here comes the new performance. And this time the ladies are also doing upside down. Beautiful. Again, people, these are very dangerous movements, and these riders are professional athletes, so do not try this at home. Okay, now the boys come back, still standing on their horsebacks. Wow. Okay. It seems that they are really enjoying this. Okay, back to the Shoton Festival. Actually, this is... Okay, let me hold that for a moment. Another round. Wow! Okay, these people are really concerned about safety. I've lost count how much round of warnings we have been given. Here comes the one which I've witnessed before. The riders will keep doing all these actions while the horse is running really fast. Wow. As you can see, this is really dangerous. Okay, according to the information they just gave you, the next will be this one. Okay, well, the boys So as you can guess, with just a single touch on the ground, and then you have to swing your body to the other side of the horse. That requires a really powerful explosion of your body power. Okay, seems the next will be the events which are mostly shown and is probably well known to people around the world. That is, the riders, while racing their horses, will lay down to one side and pick up the hada, which are now put on the ground. And also this is also a competition, because when all the riders finish their performance, they will count how many hada he or she had picked up, and then gave the score accordingly. Okay, well, here comes the first one. Oops, missed. Okay, now the second one. It seems his horse is really exciting. Now here he comes, and he slides to one side, and wow, great! Another run, another side. Right. As you can tell from the cheering of the crowd, he just did a very good performance. And similar to the first event, they have to replace the hada every round. And although there are slight changes, but what we can guarantee you is that these performances, wow, are largely in its original form. That is perhaps hundreds of years ago, and that's why you can tell many of these performances you can trace back to the real needs of their ancestors, who are all herdsmen, and these are all useful skills in their daily life. Okay, here comes another one. Right. Okay, another round of warning. He said that there will be a rather dangerous performance later, so we need to step back. Okay. Okay, I don't know if this is right, but according to the figure I've got, that is, there are 10 hada on each side, and with an interval of 1 meter between each other, and between each group there's a 40-meter interval. And as we mentioned before, they will be scored later by how many hada they hold in their hand when they finish their performance. Sadly, he missed the group. But I'd rather say it's a wise choice, because as you can probably guess, this is really dangerous to do these movements while the horse is running really fast. Okay, here comes the new one. It seems that okay, let's focus on the performance right now. Missed 3, I guess. Okay, another round. And it seems really this guy has lost his patience after warning us so many times. As you can probably see on the camera, that there are lots of journalists and the cameramen around us. As we've told you before, that this is a really big event during the week-long Shoton Festival, which is probably one of the most important festival for the Tibetan people. Okay, my cameraman is moving right now, although I have no idea why, but I have to follow him. Okay. Maybe he's trying to find a spot where these security guards won't chase us away. Okay, back to the Shoton Festival. Originally, it is also known as the Yogurt Festival, because traditionally this is the time when the believers present yoga to the monks who just finished their month-long meditation, and that is how the yogurt festival began. But right now, after so many years of transforming, this is now a festival for everyone. Not just local people, but also for tourists from all around China and probably from all around the world. Now a new performance begins. If you see clearly, you can see there's the boy riders are holding a girl on their shoulder. Okay. I think they need to return. While we are waiting for those who are just joining us, this is Feng Qidi with Xinhua News Agency. We are broadcasting live in Lhasa, capital of southwest China's Tibet Autonomous Region. Okay, now they come back. Now this time, see clearly, and the girls are standing on the boy's shoulder. Oh! Okay, they are safe. Wow, that was really close. So as we mentioned before, this is a really dangerous performance, and do not try this at home, because these are all professional riders who have been trained for many times. Okay, we have been required to move again, but don't worry, we are still near the field. So as you can see, there are some balloons in the middle of the field, so I guess probably the next event will be, I don't know if it's shooting or spearing the... Okay. Although they are... I don't know exactly if the sound came from the gun in his hand or the balloon, but the good thing is he did hit both of the two targets. Okay, well, we are waiting. Okay, here comes the new one. Okay, he's waving the gun. Wow. Looks he's really enjoying this. Okay, now I can tell the sound is from the gun. Okay, while we're waiting, back to the Shoton Festival. As we mentioned before, it is now a event. Actually, it is a rather carnival for people not just around China but also around the world. And according to figures released by local tourism authorities, millions of tourists visit Lhasa around this year, around this time. Sorry, I just... Oh, okay, great. Okay, where were we? Millions of tourists visit Lhasa around the Shoton Festival every year. And besides all the famous tourist attractions in and also around Lhasa, you can also choose to... missed. Okay. Okay, besides visiting these famous tourist attractions, you can also choose to join local people and to see how they enjoy this festival. And as we've showed in previous live shows, okay, anyone? And where were we? Okay, tourism. You can also choose to enjoy the festival with local people. And as we've showed in previous program, and during the Shoton Festival, there's a huge event that is the Buddha exhibition. Wow. And that is in the Zhebang Monastery. Once a year, a giant Tanka painting, almost the size of a standard, half of a standard football field, will be taken out once a year for exhibition. Missed. Okay, he missed both of them, and the audience seemed rather happy about that. And it seems there's really herdsman blood running in their body. And besides the Buddha exhibition, we've also showed Tibetan opera, which is rather important for ordinary people in Lhasa and also in the around nearby areas. And the equestrian performance or the horsemanship skills performance. Okay, it seems now here comes a new event. Okay, that's two groups. The first group are two ladies and standing side by side, actually shoulder by shoulder, on two horses. And the second group, there were actually three people, two on the horseback and one on their shoulders. And as we mentioned before, this is a really huge event for local people. And you can see the crowd and also the journalists. Okay, now they're back. Okay, now this time there's a lady standing on two horses. and 3 people on 2 horses. So as we mentioned several times before, this is a really dangerous movement, so do not try this at home. And it seems there are some also some targets are being put in the middle of the field. So I guess the next event will be shooting again, or and I don't know about you guys, but I am really expecting the bow shooting. And besides the events and tourist attractions we mentioned before, you can also just come here and enjoy the beautiful view. As you can see on the camera, the mountains, the beautiful cloud. Okay, here he comes. He's not shooting, he's okay, great. Okay, I think this is what the local called a toll on the horseback. Although for I think maybe for the purpose of the show, they choose bear, because you can witness from far away. Okay, he picked it up and he need to open it. Okay, now you can see the foam spread out. So still back to the Shoton Festival. Okay. A new guy. Oops, he missed both of them. And we can hear the sigh from the crowd. Sorry, crowd. So as we can see, this is probably much difficult than previous events, because right now we've seen 3 riders, just 1 or 2 successfully finished their performance. So as you can probably guess, these are all welcoming performance. You know, as well known to the world. Great, he got one. And now he opens. Great. As we've well known to the world, Tibetan people are all welcoming. So don't be surprised if you see most of their activities and gifts are all related. Are related to welcome their guests. And I think this is probably the last event of the performance. And well, by this welcoming gestures, we should also say that's all for today. And remember, this is Feng Qili with the Xinhua News Agency, and we are broadcasting live about all the interesting and important things happening in China right at this moment. So please stay tuned and expecting our next live show. Thank you. Thank you very much.